Hey, Strategy Simplified. My name is Katie. I am a Black Belt alum, and I spent 3 years at BCG in the Middle East. I am now here as part of Management Consultants team to help you figure out what products we offer will help you on your consulting journey. And I also advise Black Belt members and Super Prep members once they become a part of our community so that they get the most out of what we offer. If you would like to book a 15-minute call with me, you can click the link in the show notes, and I look forward to meeting you.
Consultants have this mysterious reputation for being master presenters and storytellers. Yet this isn't a skill that they were innately born with. It's something that anybody can learn. And one of the things that sets consultants apart from other professionals, it's not that they know more, it's not that they have more or special expertise, it's that they've identified what's most important, they've done it quickly, and they've crafted a story around that theme. So today, we're gonna unpack how to present like a consultant. First, consultants are answer first. Answer first means that you lead with your recommendation or key takeaway at the top of a meeting. Answer first is not options first. One of the big mistakes that I see people make inside of meetings and presentations is they come to stakeholders with a set of options and a set of decisions for them to make, instead of doing the work to identify the optimal or the best decision before the meeting. If you looked at 7 options for a decision and identified what you believe is the best one, lead with that recommendation. And then craft a story that supports that recommendation and that key takeaway. Your goal is to gain buy-in and motivate action around a single course of action, not place a menu of options before your stakeholders and have them decide. That leads to paralysis by analysis. The best consultants, and by extension the best presenters, are those who bring the most amount of clarity into a meeting and room. The way that you bring clarity is by limiting an option set that stakeholders have to choose from and presenting a perspective that enables quick and sound decision-making. If your stakeholders have questions around your process, if they have questions around the other options you examined, that material belongs in a structured appendix. But your job inside of a meeting is not to walk through a 12-option set. It's to walk through one recommended answer and why you believe it's the right one for that group of people at that point in time. One of the reasons organizations bring in consultants, and by extension, why consulting firms bring our team in to train their people, is because the job is to prioritize and clarify actions for stakeholders. It's incredibly lazy to walk into a meeting and leave the entire responsibility for decision-making on the shoulders of your stakeholders. What you're being paid for, the way that you expand your influence inside of an organization, the way that you are seen as an advisor and not just an analyst, is by coming to the table with a perspective. And more specifically, coming to the table with a recommended answer. If you are not able or willing to do that, you cap your professional growth and your influence, and you will never be considered a top performer inside of a consulting firm. The second way to present like a consultant is to share insights, not just information. Most presenters that we work with at Management Consulted are really, really good at presenting really interesting information, but that information isn't shared to an end. It's not shared with a purpose in mind beyond the fact that it's just interesting. That's a trap that the best consultants stay out of. How do you present like a consultant? You share insights, you share recommendations, you share the implications of the information, not just the information itself. That's really what adds value inside of a meeting. That's really what sets you apart as an advisor. Third, the best presenters facilitate a conversation inside of a meeting. We've all been in meetings, we've all been in presentations where it feels like we're being talked at. If you walk into a room as a consultant and talk at your client, you will not be successful. The wisest consultants understand that they have a lot of influence, yet no formal authority. You cannot dictate anything to your client. You must bring them along for the ride. The way you do that inside of a meeting is you facilitate a conversation. Every X number of minutes, every X number of slides, you have a pre-planned discussion prompt or question prepared to extract insights, pushback, perspective from your clients. Ultimately, the final decision on a path forward is in the hands of your stakeholders. Without their perspective, without understanding their pain points, without understanding what it is that they're thinking about in the moment, you're never going to be the most effective influencer or advisor that you can be. So understanding that presentations are two-way conversations, not just a one-way conversation, is one way that you can present like a consultant. This requires you to not be afraid of pushback, to not be afraid of rejection, to not be afraid of disagreement. The best consultants understand that that type of engagement is better than apathy. So when you get pushback, when you receive disagreement inside of a meeting, take it as an opportunity to understand what your stakeholders care about and pivot the presentation and the meeting in the moment to address their concerns. That insight is invaluable, and without it, you'll never be able to present like a consultant. If you want to learn more about what it takes and how you yourself can become the best presenter possible, work with our team through one-on-one coaching or a custom group training for your organization. You can learn more and schedule a free consultation through the link in the description.